Okay, it's 23rd, excuse me, 23rd October 2023. My name is Shonaka. Okay, I just want to get some balancing, electrical balancing. Matter of fact, I just got up, but if I don't do this right away, then actually, this is what I do every morning. Take a little bit of water here. Okay, just trying to wake up, you guys. Okay, now, don't ask me to look more beautiful than I already am. Okay, now, this body, uh, everybody knows, and everybody's becoming aware of fake news. Well, this body inside is under fake news because of electrical disbalances, because of so many things, excuse me, emotional disbalances and everything. Even people are running around not knowing if they're man or woman, you know. So that's fake news. That's inner fake news. We got inner fake news. We don't know what's going on down here, and it doesn't know what's going on up here. We're completely disconnected. So if you go to typical or original yoga asanas and things like that, they weren't so much disbalanced as we are right now. There's some logic to it. This has got 200 and something hertz here, right down here. And this has got around 900 to 1,000 hertz. And if you include the other space up here, then you know it's an amazing difference. Now, before, when I wake up, right when I wake up, I don't touch the floor, because all night long my body has been trying to balance itself. It's been trying to shut off everything outside and just go inside and start balancing. Yeah, and just start balancing itself. So it's at its premium balance. But maybe I have diabetes. Maybe I have cancer. But they just keep on going because we have mindset it. we have this thing has actually said it's good. This is a good thing to happen. But actually it isn't a good thing to happen. It's an imbalance. So the body really doesn't even attack it, doesn't even try to do anything against it. But the personality, the effect of diabetes, cutting your leg off and things like this, it just isn't good for the whole body. Still, the disbalance is there. So this is just something logical. This isn't proven. Nobody has written it down or anything like that. Okay, now, everybody knows that if you just pinch your fingernail like this, you can go into, what is it called? Parasympathetic mood. You know, the nervous system, parasympathetic. You just hold it for a little while. You can delve into there, and you hold it a little while. You can delve into there. Let's go quick. I don't, because I've said this so many times anyways. All these are connections of, what is called entanglement. They're like little nodes, little connections. Thousands and thousands of little connections that we have of past, because we're not dealing, you cannot escape reincarnation. You can say whatever you want to say about reincarnation. It's like an amazing stupidity not to accept reincarnation. Okay, this has come from reincarnation. Sorry, you guys, you know. Somebody changed your scriptures to say that reincarnation is bad, you know. But I think you got into fake news. Okay, so now, this is all reincarnation. This is like thousands and thousands of trips. But this is beautiful. This is my whole history here. All my gene history here, all my gene history here is set up from the past. It is set up, and into the future, it is being programmed. What should happen? And, and if I take one side and the other side, they're actually negative and positive to each other. They're negative and positive, not to somebody else's hands, but to my hands. They're negative and positive. So I go like this. Very smart. You're neutralizing. You're reconstituting. Oh, here, let's go like this. Let's see if we can reconstitute our past. I'm not worried just about this second right now. I'm worried about why the heck I got down into these reincarnations and why I am here, and I don't want anymore. I want to deprogram this. So I'm deprogramming right here. This is what's happening right here. And there's specific things too. This side, going down, this side is all the universe. The whole universe is here. This is programmed for the whole universe. And this is programmed for past lives, past relationships that you had, past people that you, just from, even from the beginning that you've come into this existence. And you can't tell me it's only 100 years, but I'd like to say billions of years. So this is billions of years of connection. This is incredible. He has made this connection, and this is connection with people that you have right now, right down here. And if you go like this, it makes a line right there, and you take a little bit of water there. That water collection is my lifeline. That is called a lifeline. Okay, and that's mine. So I can take mine and put it in. Oh, this is what I am. Understand? Just do like that to your hand. It's coming right down there. And, right in. That's mine. I'm getting some electric connection right into mine. Okay, so let's see. We do like this, okay? Now, the Chinese also do these kind of things. And after they do this, they put it like here. They want the connection. Why the eyes? Well, I'll tell you. You may think you're smelling with the nose, but you're smelling with the eyes. Because if you have no vision and you eat something, even if you try to smell, you can't smell it in the right way. The eyes, and anyways, the nose is actually, it somewhat to the air, but as soon as the air hits, it has to change into a frequency. It's like logical. It can't go in as an air smell. It goes in as a frequency smell. So touch goes in as a frequency. Okay? Touch goes in as a frequency, smell goes in as a frequency, taste goes in as a frequency. All these things, they go in as a frequency, and the major frequency is the eyesight. If I see something, I can smell it. Oh, that should smell like this. It may not, but your eyes are making a support to what the object you're seeing it. Oh, and not only that, but it's supporting in 3 dimensions. Right on the eye is right here. Right on the inner part of the eye is you can even see the reflection on your inner part of the eye. That's the mind, and then the intelligence. Excuse me. Then after the intelligence is the mind. So you can actually three objects can be found on your eye. Why in 3 dimensions? Why? Well, we live in a 3-dimensional world. Come on, get to it. This is 1 dimension. I'm feeling 1 dimension, But there's 3-dimensional worlds, and those 3-dimensional worlds, they are separate, and separate. They have all the potency that's in 1 dimension is in another aspect, in another dimension, and it is in another aspect, in another dimension. This profound, gross world of earth, water, air, fire. And what's the next one? Oh, let's see. Let's do it the right way. Earth is going along with smell, right? Water is going along with taste. Fire is going along with sight. You know, I forget something. Smell is the earth. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm waking up. Don't worry. Because you didn't catch it nicely out, or else I didn't say it nicely. Okay. Earth is smell. That's earth. That's earth. Okay. Taste is water. Okay. Sight is fire. Feeling, touching is air. You feel the air. You can't see it or anything like that. And then you still have ether. It's hearing. Ether is hearing. Ether is in the three-dimensional aspect that we are in. In ours, it exists like that. Well, that same thing exists in the intellectual. Now, I'm going from the most complex to the least complex. I'm going from earth, I'm going to intellectual, and then after intellectual is the mind. Okay? I'm making a division because there is a division. The mind is very simple, and the intelligence is deciding, it's trying to mix the things up so that it can decide what to do and what not to do. The mind doesn't do that. It just says either yes or no. So each one of those planes has a different speed, and you can see it. And they can, I don't have any machines to prove any of these things, but Earth has definitely, this place where I'm at has definitely a speed. They call it a colloidal speed. Even when I'm talking and I'm saying something, that colloidal speed is disrupted very easily by anything. The wall stops my colloidal sound, coming from this. But you can also make a sound. You yourself can make a sound within the intellect. And I think they're calling it stanza. That sound, that vibration can go through walls. It can go through walls. So how is that possible? Well, you can find the frequency up here. They can measure that frequency. They know it exists here. And they know that frequency has great distance. Well, there's also another one that's even more simple, but can go in a farther distance, and that's the mind. The mind can go in farther distance. And they can measure that too. I don't have the abilities to measure it. But so in other words, we got a full-on three-divisional planes, and there's some connection between them, but it's all due to electricity. So this thumb, I'm making a probe in the parasympathetic region, and now I can do something. Well, what is this? This is a nail. What is this made up of? Everything that you're seeing here, is within this nail. So now that's pretty concentrated, the nail. Well, if the nail is so concentrated, these things are even more concentrated. We are an electrical circuit, We are, my mind is civil engineering, but electrical engineering too. This is an electrical breaker. This has been set up as an electrical breaker. This part is for the downward side. This part is for the upward side, but it includes the mind and it goes all the way down. And of course they connect right here. If your thoughts and everything start here down, no brain. Thoughts that are from here down, they look the same, they feel the same. You can say that they're the same. You can even have so much discussions to the contrary, but you say that they're the same. Well, they're not. They have no brain to them. They are not logical because they don't go up and down. And what is this? This is the constraining. I'm constraining myself here. I constrain myself. And this point right there is connected to this point. Or what they would call a third eye or whatever. But you can also just scientifically find out. This and this are connected. So this all is connected, and it makes a decision with this. Of course, sometimes the brain's bad too. But as long as the brain is in a good situation, this makes good connection. So now, that all said, these are very powerful. So, you take your little thumb, now I will put my teeth around that fingernail for at least a minute. That helps balance. But this is fire. This one's fire. This one is air. This one is ether. This one is water. This one's earth. And I'll do it to the other side too. So now what is that really doing? That's pulling out any disbalance, and it's pushing it in me, and it's giving it like a release. It's my mind is trying to decide, is this right? Is this wrong? And is something connected? Is something disconnected? You're connecting yourself with yourself again. That's the most important. You don't depend so much on connecting with other people. You to connect first with yourself, and then you can connect with other people. You don't run around all disconnected. So I did it to the other side. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you can understand it easy. That's not a misunderstandable thing. No. Here's where. See those? See those? Same thing. Going up. The whole planetary system. Going to this side. And look how it is. Look at it is. See how this is indented in this way? Well, here it's also indented. So this is going to the past. This is everything that is coming like this and going like this is going to the past. This is coming and it's touching the ground. Incredible, huh? So you're touching the ground to the present. This is your present. My present situation. Who do I know? Who am I around? Where am I at? Oh, this is touching. This is touching. Over here, it's not touching. This is the past. This is not touching. This is touching. And this is myself. Of course, and right down here is where the intestines are. yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, so now, yes, you're right. That is really bringing yourself to yourself. Now, I would say that the yogis didn't necessarily have to do something like this, but I can't even move without being disrupted. Somebody who they put so much emphasis on grounding, earthing. You got to ground yourself. Well, you cannot ground yourself for more than a second because you are being hit by so much what they call 5G, and they want to hit you with more 6G and everything. You can't ground yourself. It's impossible to ground yourself. And then all of a sudden you have cancer or you have something like that. Your body can't even figure it out, and your body's not to blame. The situation is just such in an incredible crisis and fake news. I got fake news from my stomach. I got fake news from my head. I got fake news from my feet. You know, at least make yourself at least in the morning time and maybe in the evening time, just make yourself in a ball that I want to know what I am. At least electrically. At least electrically. At least electrically. And I concentrate. I find that if I lay down and I put my toe in my mouth, and then I can just lay there and try to connect with my whole body. At least let me connect with my whole body. If I don't connect with everybody else out there, what can I do, Either I'm totally off the wall or they're totally off the wall, so why worry about that? At least connect with yourself. And I try to show it. Something like that, this is all made up because it's not taught by the yogis. It's not a yoga asana. But it's a necessary asana. You don't reject something that's necessary. Something that's necessary and logical. Yes, I can go like this. Yes. What are you doing with this? This is called a VN. This is a very important nerve that comes right out to here. Right out to here comes that very important nerve. And I putting this foot there is connecting to that nerve and going right on in. And if I go to the bathroom, I put that string there. Why? Because this nerve controls, it's like the super controller of the airs in your body. And there's one air that's, when you're old, you really get a little scared of, and that's the downward air. So when you have to go to the bathroom, you don't want the downward air to rip you out of your body, and that's it. You go to any hospital, they always tell you that the person died and the whole bed was full of the excretions of the person. All the stool and the urine went in. So that means the air went down and out. So the downward air is the most, especially when you're in the older ages, it's the most dangerous air. It can take you out. It can take you out. So putting something up here and pulling on this part, it makes that air calm down and just do what it's supposed to. And there's earrings that ladies used to use that they have some string or something like that just right around this part. It helps that your airs don't go out. Yeah, and that downward air should be only used for evacuating. Okay, so these are just things to help understand, get a knowledge of what your body is before you waste your money in a hospital, before you waste your money and go to some doctor that doesn't know what the heck is going on. Can you expect all the doctors to know all the germs, all the viruses, all this, and what you've been doing, and what your mind's thinking and everything? At least, come on, get your head together, you know, or at least get yourself to know who you are electrically. Spiritually, it's even better. You know, if you get yourself totally spiritually balanced, but pretty difficult with everything going around. So, you know, at least make a little clearance, give a little break to the little body, and you have something. You know, all this inside here is involuntary, and it's good that it's involuntary, because I would have messed it up if it was voluntary. So all this is involuntary, but there's one that is involuntary, and just as much as that is involuntary, it's voluntary, and that's your breath. Yeah, control your breath. Just take some time to control your breath and control your breathing, because that's your connection to the inner part of your body. Yeah, okay, so the kids are here for the 9th day. This is Durga Puja, and they're here because we bought them some clothes, and they're here to remind us that we're going to have a little bit of a feast for the kids of the neighborhood today. And today is Katyayani Day, for all the devotees to know. Yeah, Katyayani Day. Okay, thank you very much. I'm not a spiritually balanced person, but at least I can drive this car with a little bit more intelligence and a little bit more balance. Thank you.